Hi everybody, so today I'm going to do a review of the Pastor's Bible. This one here is in the Christian Standard Bible translation. As you can see here, it is a brown genuine leather, and it's actually a goatskin leather. And you can see just from the box on here, Holman did a really nice job on the packaging on this. They're just doing great stuff with the CSB, and some of their editions they're putting out lately are just fantastic. So there's a little bit of information about the Pastor's Bible. Then here's some of the pastoral resources if you'd like to pause and look at that. They've got quite a few articles on leadership and ministry. And then some of our features here, which are a Smith-sewn binding, single column text. You've got footnotes and topical subheadings. It is black letter. It's got an 11-point font, concordance, presentation page, two-piece gift box, and full color maps. There's a little bit there about it as well. And then here is our ISBN number. Shows that it retails for $99.99. You can get this for less on both christianbook.com as well as Amazon. So I will put a link for you in the description box. So let's take a look at the Bible itself. So this one here measures out at 9 5/8 inches tall, 6.5 inches wide, and this one is 1.5 inches thick. As you see, we've got a nice gold gilding, which looks really nice. Holman always does a great job with their Bibles. Now, one nice thing too that this one has is we've got 3 different colored ribbons. So for a pastor, I think that would be nice. So on the spine, we've got Holy Bible, Christian Standard Bible, and the Holman logo. And then we've got these 3 raised ribs, which do look nice on this. We all like our raised ribs on Bibles. So on this cover, even though it just says genuine leather on the box, you can see right there that this is actually a goatskin leather. So it is very nice. I did pick this one up used because I bought this one for a friend of mine, so he's going to be getting this one and he's going to love it. So we have a paste down liner, kind of just a vinyl, but it does have a sewn perimeter. So that is nice. That's covered up because that does have a name written in it. Yeah, Holman has done a lot of great additions in the CSB. We've been very impressed with them. So here's some of the copyright information. Shows it was printed in China in 2017. So there's a black deluxe leather touch and a brown genuine leather. So there's both your ISBN numbers. So we've got our typical books of the Bible, and then it does have some of the additional information here, but we'll see that here in just a moment. We've got the introduction to the CSB, so if you do get one and have never read that, I would highly recommend reading that. This is a great translation. I've really enjoyed reading the CSB. So I'm hoping that my pastor friend that uses the New King James will be liking this one. So we've got our commonly used abbreviations. Then we jump right into the text. So as you can see, it is a single column format. Some people really like that, others may not. I personally prefer a double column format. That's just kind of what I'm used to. This does have the 11-point font. And the ghosting on here, you can see that there is a little bit of ghosting, but it doesn't look as bad when you look at it with the naked eye versus on camera. The camera always picks it up so much worse. But there is definitely some ghosting, so. But it is nice the way that they've laid this out. We do have 3 ribbon markers. They are a thinner ribbon, but they are a double satin, so they do have a nice feel. They did cut them nice, and they gave 3 different colors. So you've got a black, a brown, and a red. So I think that color combination together does look really nice. So I think a lot of pastors might like that. So one thing that's kind of neat in here, and it's right between the Psalms and the Proverbs, is where they put some of the pastor information. So there's that brown ribbon. probably should have marked this, so sorry about that. Alright, so after the Psalms, then we get into some of the things that a pastor may find useful. So we've got the end of the Psalms right there, and then we've got some helps for a pastor preacher right here in the center of the Bible. So there's a classical wedding ceremony. So if you'd like to look at some of the stuff they've got there. So this could come in handy if you are officiating a wedding. Then there's a contemporary wedding ceremony. They've also got in here some funeral helps as well. So there's a funeral preparation. So you've got different helps in there as far as like what to do on receiving notification of death, what to do when visiting in the home. So a bunch of little things that would be helpful. And then you've got a funeral sermon. You've also got a funeral for a child, funeral for a student, and a funeral for a suicide victim. And so they've got all of those right between the Psalms and the Proverbs. So if a pastor was holding this Bible, or they had it sitting out somewhere, it's going to be right in the center of the Bible. So rather than having everything in the very back and trying to hold it open and risk the Bible flipping out of your hand, I do like that they did that in the center. So that would be helpful. It's a very floppy Bible, so you can see how floppy that is. So that kind of might be a hindrance unless you're a guy with big hands. So again, it is black letter, so you're not going to have any red letter in the Gospels or the New Testament. Here's our red ribbon. But they did a nice job with all the ribbons, and I do like the color scheme that they chose. I think those look nice together. And so in the back here is where we have the rest of the pastoral helps here. So we've got the Pastoral Care, and I'm not going to like highlight each one and say what it is. I'll just kind of go through them, and you can kind of see from the titles some of the different things that they've got in here. That's neat, glorifying God in your ministry, and this one is done by Charles Spurgeon. Preaching Christ from all the scriptures. What is doctrinal preaching? It's like ways to improve congregational singing. Soul Care. Letter to the Church from Billy Graham. So these different articles I think would be helpful. So here's one, how do you disciple others? One thing you must do as a student pastor. Sharing the gospel with children. So that should be pretty neat. I'll probably read that before I give him this Bible, just to check that out. So we've got a list of all the contributors, and then we get into the concordance. So it does have a concordance. It's a 3-column format, as you can see. The words are in bold, which is nice. So not a huge concordance, but at least it does have one, which is nice. And there are, I think, just a couple of blank pages is all. There's the end of the concordance, and you've got just 2 blank pages for notes. And then we've got our typical Holman maps. I believe there's only 8 in this one. So if you've got a Holman Bible, you've seen these maps. And you can see there the stitching. So nice sewn binding. So it is going to hold up well. And the cover is very nice with the brown goat skin. I like the looks of it. So, you know, I think we actually, we had the 8 maps. But nice looking Bible. I like it's got kind of a simple, real subtle grain, not a whole lot of grain to it. But it is nice with the raised ribs. Everybody loves a nice raised rib on a Bible. And it's not real big, so nice pack around with you size Bible. I'll give you a size comparison of that with one of the most popular types of Bibles, which is the Schuyler Quintel. So you can see that the Quintel is just a hair longer. And they're going to be real similar thickness-wise. And the footprint is just very similar. They're real close to each other. So it's pretty much right on. So if you've got a Quintel and we're looking at one of these, you're looking at right about the same size. But nice Bible. If you're looking for one, if you're looking for a gift, maybe for a pastor, this might be a good one to pick up for him. That's why I picked this one up, because this one's going to be a gift. So again, this one is the Pastor's Bible. This one's done by Holman. It's the brown genuine leather, but it's actually goatskin. There again is your ISBN number, and so I will put a link in the description box for Amazon, and then also check out christianbook.com, because both of those sites are going to have it for less than retail. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a great day.